So apart from this, if you take a look, if I click on this down on this arrow key here, you see the options I have, right? This is my database. This, if you see, this is the version of the Postgres that we all installed, right? 17. Inside this version, we have all the database. You can look at this. There are a total of 2 databases that have created, okay? The first one here, you can see how they look. They look like, you know how you do SQL, just like that. They are database or databases. I have TCB as a database, and I have Postgres as a database, all right? Most of you probably have Postgres. It's fine. Some of you would have your own. For those of you who are trying to move, you don't need to upgrade it now, Abby. You can leave it. All right, it will still work. So for those of you who have tried to, yes, you have only one. I have 2 because I created mine, and you must have you have a Postgres, right? So we're going to create more database today and try our hands out on some of these things, okay? Now, I shared I think that's about the basics I need to tell you here. Then if you want to write your query, right? If you want, let me close this guy. If you want to write your query, let me close this. Let me close this and close this. I'll close this, right? No, I don't want to save. Okay, everything is blank now, see, right? So you go to the particular database that you want to talk to, right? You go to the particular database that you want to query from, right? You can see what I'm doing. Let's say I want to query from Postgres. Let's even see what Postgres contains. What's in Postgres database, right? If you open the Postgres, you see cars, you see catalog, but our concern majorly would be around the schema, right? Schemas, because this is where you have your tables, okay? Please take note. Most of you may not know what tables mean, so I'm going to break it down. I'm going to talk to you about it. I just want to show you the interface. This is more like walking you through the interface, okay? We're still going to get back to knowing what these things are. Please don't get scared, okay? So when I get to schema, I have only one schema here. If I click on that schema, which is public, I'm sure you also have public schema. Inside it, I have a lot of functions, right? I have a lot of different things. But my interest for now is on the tables. All right? This tables folder, I have 2 tables. You can see I have IO school and I have students table. I think we did this in the last class, right? So when you create a table and you're looking for the table, this is where you find your table, okay? When you create a table and you want to access that table, this is where you do what? You find your table, all right? When we get to the advanced level, you can learn about views and all that, right? But for now, we're on the tables. So if you're looking for your tables, remember, you click on your database. Then the next thing you do is you click on please, Abby, tell me, what do you click again after database?
Schemas.
Schemas, fantastic. Then after schemas, what do you click? I click database.
You see,
right? Go to public.
you see public.
Yeah.
Then from public, go to tables.
Tables, fantastic. Then if you can click on the tables and then you have the table names, right? Now inside these tables, if you want to know the columns that are inside these tables, let's say you don't want to fetch yet, you don't want to do a select query, right? You just want to see the columns that are inside this table. All you need to do is come, like for instance, this IO underscore school. Just come here, click on the drop down. You see the columns. You can see? You see the columns, you see the constraints, the indexes. Don't worry about all of this. You're going to learn it in this class, okay? So When you click on columns, you see all the columns that exist in that table. This table has student ID, student name, student age, date of birth, student class, join date, and phone number. You can see that without querying the table, right? Similarly, you can come to the other one, the other table. For instance, I have students here. When I click on it, and I want to see the tables inside that, rather the columns inside that table, you can see ID, name, age, course, join date. So this is just to show you around the environment, okay? Now, another thing is if you want to now write a query, what do? You can go to the database where you want to work on. For me now, I want to work on Postgres, and I'm sure that most of you have Postgres for now, right? You right click on it. When you right click on it, you go down to where you want, where you see query tool. Can you guys all see it? Query tool. Can you guys see it? You can,
Yes, sir.
yes, please. So even if you don't want to talk, except you can react. There's something you call react. Let me see if I have it. Something like this, right? Am I right? Yes, you guys can react so that I know that you're listening, okay? All right, so when you go to that place, right click on it, you see the query tool. When you click on query tool, automatically it will open an editor where you can write your queries, right? It will open an editor where you can write your queries. You can write your queries, you can do a lot of checks. Now, the beauty of, let me show you guys something. So I'm going to write a simple select query. Select all from, what's our table name again? Abby, tell me, what's our table name? One of the tables that we have.
Ayo.
Ayo what?
Ayo.
I think Ayo underscore schools, am I right?
Yes.
Is this school or schools? Let's confirm that quickly. School, right?
Shut up. Sorry, sir. Sorry to take you back. Please, are
Yes.
you recording this class, please?
Yes, I'm recording it.
Okay,
But don't count on the
thank you very
recording.
much.
Don't count on the recording. Okay? Be in class. All right? Are we together? Can you guys hear me? Ayo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
I can hear you.
good. Now, look at, I've written a simple query, right? If I want to run or execute this query, if you look at this, your dashboard here, right? You can see a lot of things here. Open file, save file, edit, so many things, right? Now, for me to execute this particular query, right? You come to this place that looks like a play. Mitchell, yes, please ask.
So I wanted to ask if you need to put it on caps to type.
Not at all. Not at all. It's not. It's not case sensitive, right? I can have something like this, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I can have something like this. Ayo underscore school, right? This will work. It doesn't require whether caps or small letter. However, when you're writing your query as an experienced developer, you need to, make it readable, right? Make it readable. So some things like the keywords, you can make them capital letter, right? Yes, Abby, ask your question.
I'm sorry. You know this Ayo underscore school. You had it there before. Like for me now, that is a beginner that want to write. What am I going to put there, and what is it for?
Good. So what we're doing right now is I'm still showing you the editor, the interface that you're using. I'm just showing you. I haven't started. Before we start, we're going to start creating a database. You're going to start creating something like this. TCB. TCB is my database now, right? instead of the Postgres, you're going to start creating a database. After the database, you create a table, and I'll tell you what is for, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, don't worry. I'm just trying to show you, focus on the interface, how to use this interface. If you want to write a query, this is where you write it. If you want to run it, that's what I'm about to say now, okay? So if you want to run this query, you can look at, there are two things here. Execute query, execute script, right? You can see execute query, execute script. Both of them will work. Let's see. Let me come here, execute. You see, records out. If I do the other one, execute, records are out still. Now, what is the difference between these two? One is used to execute more than one line of query. Let's say you have a whole bunch of SQL queries. Let's say you have plenty things here. Sorry, let me do this. Let me just multiply it, right? And you want to run all of them at the same time. You can highlight it and execute as what? Of course, this will throw error because of our guy. Let me just close it up. Okay, I'll come to that part. So, but if you run it all here, right? You click on execute script. It will run as a script entirely. But if we are running a simple select statement, a simple select query, which is just one line, this will still work, but you can see this one is just executing the query. All right? Okay. Now, another thing I want to also mention is at the end of your script, you can see semicolon. You know, I didn't put semicolon here, right? But it's important that you put semicolon. It's not mandatory, especially in a simple query like this. It's not mandatory. It's only important, especially when someone else wants to read your code. They can know that, okay, this is where this query ends. For instance, I have something like this. I have something like this earlier, right? If I run this two query, you see I'm having an error. Syntax error near select. Right? Let me see. It's not expecting. Okay, so it's not like Microsoft SQL that runs and prints the two tables, right? So, but what I'm trying to say is this is not mandatory to put it. It will still run whether you put it or not. Okay? But for the sake of the person who is going to read it, and for your own sake, as an experienced SQL developer, you need to just put the semicolon, which will still work. Does that make sense, guys? Everybody, let me see your reactions. Okay. I just have two people in class.
Can you explain that again?
Okay, yes. Martins, hold on to that thought. I'll come to you now. So what I just said, Ayo, is this semicolon that I just added here, right? You can see it's not mandatory, right?
Yes.
But it's important that you put it at the end of your what? Your query. Okay? You understand the importance when we begin to write a script, not just queries now. When we begin to write script, because system needs to know that at this point, this query has ended. This is how you show the system that you have ended this query, right? Does it make sense, Ayo?
Yes.
Do you understand it very well?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, Martin, go ahead. Martins, you're muted.
I actually wanted you to go back, but I think it's fine now.
Okay. Okay, good. Now, let
Hello?
me say this before.
Yeah.
Yes, let me say this before I forget. You know that this class Teams will time us out after 1 hour. Okay. So as soon as the class, the meeting drops, please click again and join immediately, okay? As soon as it stops, click and join again. Okay, now back to what I was trying to explain to you. After we had done this execution here, the record came out here, right? You can see the records down here. The student ID is 1, the student name is Ayo, the age and everything, you have them here, right? Now, if you are working in a system or working in a company where they ask you, please, we need a record of all the students in that IO school table. We need all the records. All you need to do is come here, write this simple select query that I just did here now. Select all from IO underscore what? School. What will happen is, if you run it, it will bring out records for you, right? But then, how do you share this record with the person, Ayo? Do you know how to do that?
No.
Okay. What you need to do is, once you have done your query and it has brought your output, you can see this simple download, something like download here, save result file, right? Can you guys see my cursor?
Sorry, sir. Please, could you go back? I didn't even know how you brought out this. The question you asked Ayo now, I didn't know how you got there.
Okay. I haven't done anything else. I just ran this query, okay? I just ran this query that I've been running since. Are you with me?
Yes.
Yes, I just executed the query and this record came out, okay? And I'm saying that if you work in a place or, for instance, in your office, they want to give them this file or the records, right? You know, you're not giving them screenshots. You have to extract it in a file, maybe a CSV file or Excel file, right? Abi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Good. Now, for you to share this record with them after you have run your query or executed your query, you can come to this place that, you know, this is the download icon, right? Abi? Can you see the download
Yes.
icon? You can come there and click on it. Once you click on it, automatically, it will take you to your desktop where you can do what? Save the document. It comes in a CSV file. CSV file is a text file that looks like an Excel file. I don't know if that makes sense. So let me just, for the sake of this class, and for the sake of the knowledge level of this class, let me call Excel. You know what Excel is, right?
Yes.
Good. Now, all you need to do after running your query and extracting your, and you see your output here, if you want to extract it, you can come here and do what? Click on Save Result to File. When you click on it, system opens up a dashboard on your downloads folder or any folder on your PC for you to be able to extract the what? The output, okay? Are we good?
Yes.
Now, another thing I want to also mention before I leave this chapter, right, is one of the good benefits of Postgres is that you can actually, I can close this and come back to it maybe at a later date, maybe let's say sometime next year, and I'm able to see the history of what I have done in the past. If I come to this interface now and click on, you can see where I am. Abe, can you see where I am?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
You can see query here, query history. If I click on query history, you can see that all the records of everything we did in the last class even are still here, right? I'm sure you guys may not have much here, but you see that everything that we did in the last class are all here with the date, okay? And if I want to use any of them, for instance, I can come here, click on it, and towards the right, you can see the copy this one. If you copy it, it copies to the clipboard. right? Or you copy it to what? To query editor. You can see it's now there, right? I've copied it to my query editor. So we have the history. We have the history here that we can use however we want to use it, okay? This is the last one I did, and this is the time I did it, right? I can click on it and say, copy this to my Word, my query editor, and I have it there. Any question on this? Remember that I said what we are doing here on this interface is to get you ready so that you will not say, I don't know where to click to execute. Abby, do you know where to execute from? If I give you a query to run now, can you run it?
Yes.
Where would you execute it from?
This play icon. There are two. The one is execute script and the other one is execute query.
Good. Do you know the difference between the two of them?
Yeah, I think you can use one to run multiple queries. That's I think the one that is execute query.
Execute script, yes. But execute query will just run this, right? Two of them will work for query, but one functions better with scripts than the other. All right? Okay. I believe that we all are okay with my explanation now. Are we all okay with that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Michelle, who else?
Yes, sir.
Prosper, okay. Fumi? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Amina, how are you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. Amina,
I'm
ask
here,
question.
sir.
You have a question?
No, I don't have any question for now.
So it's clear so far, right?
It's clear, sir.
Okay. Amina sounds different from Abe. Is this your Amina?
No, not.
Okay. What happened to her? She's not here today.
I didn't even check off for now. I don't know.
Okay, guys. Let's end this class and come back again immediately, okay? Because either way, system will just drop us eventually, right? So let's end it and quickly join and start again, right?
It will help us to practice well.
Yeah, the recording is. I didn't stop the recording. I'm using a different studio to do the recording. Yes. So it will record till I finish the class. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Now that we are done with the introduction of our IDE, and I believe everybody is now familiar with this IDE, the first thing on our agenda today is database, right? Let me open you guys already have your course outline, right? I believe that we all have our course outline. Do we?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For those that don't have, please make requests so that maybe the class governor would resend it again on the group, okay? But the first thing that we're supposed to do, we're supposed to talk about database. Now the question is, what is a database? What is a database? And like I explained it in class, I told you guys that database is a system where you can store and manage your data. A system where you can store and manage your data is a database. There's nothing else. You see that Excel, you can store your data in Excel, right? Or spreadsheet. But you cannot manage it efficiently on spreadsheet. Excel is a type of database, okay? It's a type of database. However, it's not a database because anything that helps you to store data, anything that helps you to store and manage data is a database. Welcome back, guys. There's no let me share my screen English again around it. Okay, so for you to look at in the context of this class, a database is a system that helps you to do what? To store and manage your data. Is that clear, everyone? Do you understand what it means?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Please
To
let me know
store
when you can see my screen.
manage data.
Exactly. So yes, you heard what I said, but do you understand it, guys?
I can see your screen, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. That's fantastic. Now, there are different types of databases
Instructor, could you please
that you
continue
have
with the
right now.
recording?
There are different types of
It will help
database.
us to
You
practice
have,
well.
but we're going to be focusing on what? Relational database. Now, when you hear the word relational database, we're referring to rows and columns. Let's take a look at our IO again. This is the query. These are rows. You see, as it is now, like this, like this. These are all, if I click here, I think it will highlight, it's rows, right? And then looking at all of these, student name, student age, there are columns. Rows like this, columns like this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rows and columns. When you see a database in the form of rows and columns, then automatically it's a relational database. Is it clear?
Yes. Yes.
Aminat, tell me, what's a database?
Hello, sir.
Yes. Hold on, Martin, please. Aminat, tell us, what is a database?
A database is a system where you can store and manage your data.
Fantastic. Yes, Martins, go ahead, ask me.
Yes, sir. You were talking about relative database. Can you please just recap on that again?
Okay, I will. Mitchell, what's your question?
Because I wanted to ask, is Excel a type of relational database?
Because Excel is not. I don't want to misguide you. Excel is a lower database, but it's not the kind of database, right? But you can if you want to look at it from the concept of um what's it called now? Rows and columns, right? It has rows and columns, okay? However, it's not really a database. It's a file. Excel is a file, okay? But the look and feel of Excel represents what a relational database feels like, okay? Do you understand
Yes,
that?
sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
And Martins, I didn't say relative, I said relational, okay? This is it. Relational database, right? Martins, right? I
Yes, sir.
said, yes. I said that a relational
Relational
database,
database.
yes. Relational database is what? Is a database that looks like, you know how Excel, have you seen an Excel, Martins? Have you seen an Excel file before?
Not really,
I mean like an
but
Excel
I think I
sheet.
have an idea. Yeah.
Yes. So the way a relational database is a type of database that has or that comes in forms of what? Rows and column. And by row, you can see that this name here, all the information here, you can see there are rows, right? And then the one coming from up, each of these columns, each of these are called columns. Okay? So it means that each column has a data in it. Then each row has multiple what columns. You can see student ID here is one. Student name here is Ayo Emenike. The title is up there and the data is down there. And if you have another student now and add another student, you have a different row. Does it make sense, Martins?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's like the normal tool SQL stuff.
Oh yeah, that's how it looks like. Yeah, normal Toad, like your Toad as well. It's a relational database, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, fantastic. Good. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, so Abe, is it clear with you, Abe?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. Now, who can tell me the difference between an Excel spreadsheet and a database? Who can tell me that? I need someone to tell us difference between Excel spreadsheet and database. Better, I want you to answer that question. Better. Better, are you in class?
Yes, I'm in class.
Please answer that question for us.
You said difference between an Excel and
A
SQL,
database.
right?
Difference between Excel and a database.
Okay, I think a database is used to query um is this to query a this thing? Is
Amina,
this to
please tell
query
her.
the
Amina, sorry, hold on. Amina, tell her what a database is so that she can now start her answer from there.
okay. A database is a system where you can store and manage your data.
Okay.
Okay,
So,
yes. An Excel is used to store a data, while a database is used to like manage the database.
okay. I think it's fair. Who can help her again? Who else can help her?
Maybe I should try.
Yes, please.
For Excel, you can use it to arrange, maybe like organize or analyze your data, or maybe if you have any input, you can just input in your Excel, use it to arrange them. Then, while the database is for storage, I don't know whether I got it.
Say it again, please.
For Excel now, if you have let me say figures or maybe data to input, you can use it to analyze it. You can use it to arrange your input or your data, while the database is for storing. It's for storage of whatever you have on your Excel.
Um, Ayo, do you agree with that? Ayo, do you agree with that?
Uh, I don't know. I think so.
Do you want to give your own understanding?
Hello, sir.
Yes, Martin.
Hello, sir. Can I just add to that? I
Yes,
think
please.
I have a I think I agree to that, but I think the just basic the solution to this is just the SQ the sorry you said the Excel sheet. I think the Excel sheet is just when you put your information and data may not be able to have enough space on like the database to enough space for keeping information and all that. And the database is just to store and manage information and data. I think so.
Okay. I think you guys are all right in a way, somehow, right? But in simple term, the
So
difference between a database and an SQL file, you can store data in SQL, sorry, a spreadsheet or Excel file, right? You can store data there. You can manage it, but it's limited, right? What you can do in Excel is limited. But and also in a database, you can also store data and you can manage data there, right? But take for instance, you have 50,000 records in Excel. Before that file will even open, it might even crash, right? But if you have 1 million records in a table or even more, rather in a database, right? You're able to query it, you're able to get data, you're able to get, manipulate the data you have. Okay? SQL has its, oh, sorry, I keep saying SQL. Excel has its own limitations. It does pretty much the same thing with database, right? It stores data and it can manage it to an extent. But a simple example I'll give you is when you have a lot of records or a lot of data in that Excel file, sometimes if it doesn't crash, to open it would take ages. Does it make sense?
So, sir, to buttress is you can say is there's a limitation in the total parties, right?
Yes, there's a limitation in Excel which we don't have in database. Yes, Maria, welcome. Please, your hand is up. You can ask.
That's the same thing with PowerPoint as well. There's always a limitation with some of those things that they have with Microsoft.
Yes. So basically, you guys, there's a limitation with Excel. There's a limitation with Excel, and but database has a lot of features that makes it, able to handle large data. Excel can be used for smaller data sets and all that, but for you to go large and have large data and be able to manage it, you have to use the database. Ayo, please go ahead.
You already confirmed what I was about to say.
Okay, you can go ahead and say it. Let's hear you.
I was just gonna say Excel is used to analyze individual data, while database is a large system for managing complex data.
Fantastic, yes. And the good thing is that it can also manage the simple data, but the major work, right, is complex data. Is it clear, everyone? Are we all together?
Yes.
I think we all agree on that,
yes,
right?
Sir.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Now, yes, all right. Now, another thing, okay, for us to create a database, remember, database is a what? Is a system that we can use to do what? Store and manage our data. Some people will tell you that it's a structured collection of data. They're all right, right? So now that we have explained what a database is, let us quickly create a database. Is that okay, everyone? This is how you create a database. You can see?
Yes, sir.
I'm typing on my screen. If you can see my screen, create database. You can choose any name you want as your database name, right? Someone should give me a name.
Will you just go to anywhere, like from that schemas to public, and just type anything?
So basically, when you create a database, if I create this one, I'll have 3 here now. This is database, right? Databases, right? You can see?
Okay.
These are all my database. If I create this one now that I want to create, I'll have the 3rd one. It will be there open for you.
Okay.
So you have your do you have your PG admin open on your screen?
Laptop. Yes, I just minimized it. Yes.
Yeah, it's okay. You can minimize and always switch when you are doing this thing so that you can experience it and see how it works. So that if you have any challenge, you can bring it up immediately in class, right? That's why it's important that you all have access to your PG admins, all right? So someone should suggest a name for me for my database. Who's going to suggest a name for me, for my database?
Abby
You guys
Food.
have, eh?
Abby Food.
Abby Food, right?
Yes.
Abby underscore foods, right? So this is my database right now. Now that I've written, this is the only thing that this is how you create a database, just like this. No other complex. So I'm trying to bring this thing down to the lowest level. It's not hard, okay? There's no other complex magic around creating a database. This is how you create it. It's English. Create database, then you put the name of the database you want to create. Does it make sense? Now, when you do that, Abe, can you please tell me how I can execute this query, this code?
So execute it, you click on this play icon, that's execute query. The second one, the first one is execute script.
Okay, I've done that. You can see, what does it say here?
Create database, query, return successfully.
Okay. Yes, Martins, your hands are up. You want to ask questions?
So for every database you have to create, it must end with the semicolon, right?
Not quite. Remember, I said it in class. This is not very mandatory, but as a data, because there are some languages, there are some dialects. Remember that we're doing Postgres dialects, right? And I told you guys in the last class. Were you in
Right,
the
sir.
last class?
No,
Were you in the
no,
last class?
not really. No.
No. Okay. I
No.
told you guys in the last class that the dialect we are studying here is what? Postgres. If it was some other languages, there are some SQL languages that, or rather SQL dialects, that would probably request or require you to put semicolon, right? So
Right,
you as a
right.
developer, SQL developer, regardless of the dialect, just make it a habit, okay? It makes your code readable as well, okay?
Yes, sir. I think this is
So,
more explanatory. Yeah.
yes. So now that I've created this, Abby, you can see that I've created my stuff, but you can't see it here, right? Abby,
I can see it too.
where is it?
After you click on create database, Abby underscore food, then semicolon. There's something under here. Create database and now said query return successful. Is that what you mean?
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, so now that I've created my database, why is it not showing here, the left-hand side?
Oh, okay.
Who can tell me why? Ayo, can you tell me why it's not showing here?
I think we have to refresh, something like that.
Fantastic. Guys, when you create it, you now need to do what? Refresh. Just go right click on refresh.
Fresh, okay.
You can see I have my what? I have my Abifus database, right? Are we together, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set a test today. After today's class, we're going to write a small test or an assignment. So please, let's do well to. Okay. Now that I've created, you can see that there's an X on it, right? That X, can you guys see it? Abby, can you see it?
Sorry, I didn't
Abby,
get that.
exactly. I was going to say, why does it feel like you're distracted?
No, I'm not. Oh, I'm not. I'm actually trying to look for what you're saying. You said there is an X, and I'm trying to look for that.
Look here. Just look at my cursor. Abby food database has an X.
Okay.
Why does he have an X? You see, these ones are yellowish, right? But this one
Okay.
It doesn't
is
have no
white.
file in it yet.
Say again.
It doesn't have a file in it yet.
Yeah, it doesn't have file. That's one. So who can help? Who else can help us to say why we don't have an X here?
And it doesn't have enough information in there in order for that X to be gone and turn to yellow.
No. So who can help? Who else can help? Okay. So
I think there are no data in it.
Yes, there's no
Maybe
data
because
in
it's
it
still
yet.
empty.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It was empty.
Yeah, that's exactly what she said.
Yeah. So
I just did it in
basically,
a.
Or it didn't save.
yeah. Aya, what did you say?
Or it didn't save properly.
It saves properly, but the only thing is that we have not connected to it right now, right? We have not connected to it. The only way, which is a very simple way to connect to it, is by clicking on this down arrow key and you get connected. See? So do not panic when you open your own, when you create your own, and you find it as X, and you'll be like, oh, mine is not working correctly. All you need to do is just click on the arrow key, and it will do what? It will connect. It will roll, the system will roll, the cursor will roll, and then system will connect to that database. Is that clear?
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
Now, after creating a database, the next thing you need to do, let me set this thing so that I can be creation of database. I'm going to put this underneath and then make this a comment. Mike Mitchell, ask a question.
So can you see that again? My screen blocked out when we were explaining how to like link it to yourself or something.
You mean the X, to remove the X, right?
Yes, sir.
All you need to do is just look at my cursor, you go there, just click down arrow key, system will load into the database. All right?
Okay, sir.
All right. Before I continue, so that I don't get you guys lost after what I'm doing here, you can see this dash dash. What's the English word for it? This dash dash here like this. There's an English word. Is it hyphen? This is hyphen, right?
Hyphen.
This hyphen, yes. Now, hyphen, two hyphens like this in SQL, regardless of the dialect, whether Postgres, whether MySQL, whether Oracle SQL, whether Microsoft SQL, dash dash hyphen hyphen simply means comment. Comment like this. This is comment. Let me just show you guys what the spelling. Comment, and I'll tell you what it is for. This is comment, right? Now, comment in programming language is used to temporarily remove a code in the eyes of the system. Okay? What do I mean by that? It's temporary. It helps you to, as you can see now, I have this query here, create database Abby, right? If I don't want system to recognize this line of code, and I want system to just see it as an empty line like this one's, right? Then I use what I call comment. Or I watch how system is going to change. You can see that these are different colors, showing that it's active, right? Now, if I put the hyphen, automatically it grays it out. See, watch. Can you see? Can anyone see this?
Okay, yes.
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 Yes, sir.
Yes. Now, if I run this query again, system will not run anything. Nothing will run. You see, I'm executing and nothing is happening. I'm clicking, nothing is happening, right? Because system is not seeing anything, but we are seeing it that is still there. So if you have a query that you want to temporarily remove so that system will not execute it, right? You can do what? You put hyphen twice. Okay? It's also used for description. You can see what I did up here. I've described what I'm doing under. Am I right? Guys, are we together?
Yes, sir.
It's also used for
Sir,
what?
come again, sir. You said it's used for description.
It's also used for
It's useful.
description to describe what you are doing in your code. Let's say I have a block of code. Right now, even if you don't know what my line of code, this line of code is doing, right? When you read this description up here, right? You will see that it's used to do what? Create database. Because system would not recognize this guy as a code. If I remove this stuff now, right, and run this query, you can see that it will fail. It will fail because this is not a syntax of what? Of our SQL. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Abby, does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please, something just occurred to me now that I want to ask. Why is it that, I think you mentioned in the last class, I can't remember, this Abby food, why is there a space like this underscore before the food, like Abby underscore food? Why can't we write them together?
You can write them together.
Or why not just ordinary space?
Okay. But do you understand about comments? And what is used for?
Again.
Do you understand the comment? What comment is?
Yes, yes.
You do understand,
yes.
Right? Tell me, what is it for?
Yes, I do. You can use it to hide something, that's to gray it out if you don't want the system to execute. Then secondly, you can also use it to describe what you are doing in your line of code.
Oh, that's fine. Okay, good. That's a good explanation. You can use it to hash it out or gray it out, as the case may be, right? Perfect. Now, your question is, why do I have this? Why not have this? Is that your question?
Yes.
This will certainly work. It will work. You can see that this one is together. TCP Hub is a database.
Okay.
Postgres is a database. They are together. So, but for me as a developer, right? I love my stuff being very readable. Abby food is Abby food, everybody knows. But if I put underscore, it helps me not to put space like this. I can't put space and make it readable. Abby foods, right?
Okay.
That is why instead of having to put space, if I put space like this, it will not run. It will fail, right? But for me to make it readable, instead of putting it together, it's just a choice. I can actually run it like this. It doesn't have any negative impact, all right? It's as good as
But if there is a space in between, it won't run.
It won't run, yes.
So thank you.
It's like me saying my underscore name underscore is Abby. This is system consider this as one word, right?
Okay.
System consider this as one word. But when you look at it from an outside view, let me show you the difference. If you're reading it, this one really is somehow scratchy in the eye, which is still okay by system. It's one word, right? But when you can see that this one is easily readable than this one.
Yes.
And that is why there's no formula for it to say you must use it this way or this way. They both will work, all right? When I'm writing multiple words as my own preference, I just put underscore because the underscore gives space but joins the word together as one word. Are we good?
Yes.
Everybody, are we good?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, fantastic. Solomon, I've not heard your voice here. Solomon. Solomon Okwesi. Okay, this is fantastic, right? Any questions so far? Because I'm moving on from here. Can you hear me? Are you any question for me?
No, so.
Okay. Now, one other thing you need to also know, in this database that we have created, let's open it. Abe Foods, right? Abe Foods, you know that we were supposed to go to, how, if I want to look for a table, where do I look for it, Abe?
Schemas, public, then I think table.
Schema, right? This is public.
Yes.
Now, this is a schema.
Public, then you go to table.
This is a schema. Public is a schema, right?
Okay.
Public is a schema. So what is a schema? A schema is like a folder inside the database, right? It helps you to what? To group related tables, functions, and other objects. A schema is like a what? It's like a folder in your database. Let me explain that. Let's assume that we have on our computer, assumption now, right, guys? Let's assume that we have on our laptop, we have many folders, right? And let's say that on these folders that you have, you want to be putting different things. Let's say picture folder, you want to be putting your pictures inside it. Music folder, you want to be putting anything that has to do with music inside it. Bible folder, Bible quotes, you want to be putting Bible related quotes inside it. School folder, you want to put everything about your school inside one folder. Resume, you want to put your resume, your stuff. Do you guys understand what the picture I'm painting? You have these different folders for your resume folder or your credentials. You have your school credentials, you have your NYSC, all those documents are in one folder because they are related. Am I right?
Yes.
Consider your laptop as a database. Then consider those folders as the schema. Is it making sense?
Okay. Yes.
Now with that,
Yes, sir.
with that,
Yes, sir.
if I now ask you what is a schema, you can proudly tell me or boldly tell me that a schema is what? It's like a folder inside the database. And if I ask you what is it used for, these folders in your database, you can tell me that it helps you to do what? To group related tables. Just like your folder in your database, your laptop, which is database in our case now, just like the folder is used to group different things. You can say, this is my picture folder, this is my music folder. And when you open that music folder, you see a lot of music inside. Am I right? When you open the picture folder, you see a lot of pictures inside. So the folder is used to group related objects. In our case, we can say it is used to do what? It helps you to group related tables.
Relational data. So,
Related tables. I'm still going to, I'm taking it gradual so that you guys can understand the foundation. Okay? I don't want to.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. In term in with a professional term or terminologies. I'm trying to use what you can relate with. Okay. So a schema right now, Abe. I'm sure that you can tell me what a schema is. Please go ahead. Tell me.
It's a folder. Schema is a folder. It's like a folder inside a database, and you use our laptop to make an example. Then these different folders we have. In fact, a schema is what we use to. It's like a folder that we can save related files in.
Good.
Or to group related tables.
Fantastic. Group related. And so when you are learning tech, right? Also try and be learning the terms, the terminologies, because you would need it. You can't go for interview and tell them, oh, I want to, it's used to group related files. They'll ask you what is files. It's used to do what? Group related tables or objects. Are we together?
Yeah.
Any question, Ayo?
Hello, sir.
Nothing.
So it means that you understood everything I said?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, Martins, go ahead.
Sir, can we say schemas are folders that are used to group customized tables, like personal customized tables?
Yes. So, okay, you are referring to Pinnacle now, right?
Kind of related.
Yes. So when you come to tables, schemas, right? When you have select all from tbadm.gam, tbadm is a schema. Okay? It's a folder that you're using to group all the related product tables. Then you have something like select all from custom dot. Custom dot is a schema that you use to do what? Group related objects like custom objects. Okay?
Okay.
Just so that we don't distract
Yes, sir.
and confuse the class. I'm sure that most people don't know what a TBADM is. Basically, what we use the schema for is simply to do what? To say, this kind of files, for instance, let's say we have transaction tables, okay? We can create a schema to say all my transaction tables will have tran schema, so that when I look at it, I know that this is related to what? Transactions. So you have used that schema to do what? To group all those tables that are related because they are all transaction related. It's like creating another schema for employee. So that this table is used to do what? This schema is used to do what? To group all the employees' details. You can say employee contact is a table you have created where that you have the employee ID, maybe the employee name, and the employee house address and phone number. You have another table that has to do with employee job roles. You have another table that has to do with employee projects. You group all of them in an employee schema. A schema is like a folder, right, in a database that you can use to do what? Group related tables or objects. If you know that you didn't understand anything I said here, can I see your hand up? Please don't be shy. Okay, I didn't see any hand up. If you know that you understood, but you need me to reiterate, can I see your hand up? Oh, okay. It seems like I have the sharpest students in this class. I'm happy. Oh, Mitchell. Mitchell, go ahead.
Okay, so you said the schemas is like folders, yeah. But what about public?
What about what?
Public. Like, is public supposed to be like the files inside the folders?
No. So
public is still another under schema.
Public is a schema. Okay? Public is a schema that is used to group public related whatever, right? Any table you see here is a public table, okay? But we'll get to that point now. You see, we're going to create our own schema now. Okay? So I'm going to create a schema and I'm going to call my own schema class so that, or rather I'll call it okay, let me call it class, okay? So that anything that we're creating in this, what's it called now? Anything that we're creating in our table, or rather in the database, all our tables for this class, I will group them in that schema. Does it make sense? Martins, go ahead. Martins, go ahead. Martins, you're muted.
You said you're going to create another schema.
Yes, I'm going to create my own schema. Yes?
Is this schemas that you're going to create, is it different from these schemas that came with the database?
So the schema
like,
that
is
came
it going
with the
to be a
database,
sub
this
schema?
schema folder that came, the one that came with database is public. Okay?
All right.
Public
like
is the
came
schema
with
that
database,
came,
right?
yes, public is the schema that came with database, right? But we're going to create our own.
Like this public that came with this public schema that came with the database is like automated, right? When you created Abby Foods, right?
Yes. Yes. System just generated it. All these things are generated by system. You can see that.
But this one that you're about to create is like you are going to create it manually, right?
Now I'm going to create it now. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Abby, tell us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, this Abby Food, right, is a database, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the schema now will now be like a folder under this Abby database where we can enter if there is transaction or if I have employees that can now be under this database. Am I correct?
Very correct.
Under the schema. Okay, thank you.
Very correct. So the schema is going to be inside the database. Remember that we said that a schema is what? It's like a folder in the database, which means that we can have multiple schemas for related. So if we have a music table now, or music tables, we create a music schema and be putting anything that has to do. It helps you to organize your work. Okay? It helps you to organize the work. So the schema is inside the database, which is Abby Food. So let's create another one. Let's create a schema. Now, how do you create a schema? It's as simple as what we did earlier. I can come here and say, create schema. What should I call the schema? Let's call it class, right? Okay, because class is the keyword. Now look at this. You can see that all of them are colored. All these colors you are seeing are reserved.
Sorry, Instructor Dan.
Yes, please.
Sorry, I'll take you back. Sorry, I'm sorry, class. Please, can we just use this Abby Food as an example? You know, there's already a database we have created. Okay, my question initially I wanted to ask, right, that we can create multiple schemas under this Abby Food, right? For example, now let's say I run a restaurant and I already created this Abby Food. Then I have maybe like a schema for my employees. Then I also have a schema for maybe is it invoices now? Is it? I don't know whether I'm making sense.
You're making sense. Yes. We can have.
Yeah. So please, can we just use this Abby? But can we use this Abby Food instead of going to class? I don't know. I'm already getting confused.
No, I'm still using Abby Food. I'm still in Abby Food. Take a look at this. Let me remove this thing. So I don't want to use Abby Food as the name of the table and the name of the schema. I'm still in Abby Foods, right? You can see if I take down this thing, you can see if I collapse it, if I open it again inside Abby Food, right? I want to create a schema inside Abby Foods.
Okay.
Okay. Does it make sense?
Yes.
Good.
Thank you.
Yes. So now that I want to create a schema, I will come inside Abby Food just to make it clearer for you. I'll come inside here, Abby Food, right? Right click on Abby Food and click on Query Tools. You can see now that if you look at up here, you can see that the database I am on is what? Is Abby Foods. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Can you look here? Can you see here, Abby? Up, where my mouse is.
Yes.
You can see that now that I've highlighted, remember that I have to right click on this, the database I want to impact, right? And click on Query Tools to open a new dashboard for me to write my query inside, right? When you open it, you will not see that, you will find yourself inside that what? Inside that dashboard where you want to, inside that database where you want to. Does it make sense?
Is it the same method of creating schema too?
What are you referring to? Is it, you mean database?
Yeah, you said go to Abby Food, right click on Abby Food, then select Query Tools. Selecting Query Tools, is there also another method or another way of creating schema inside Abby Food?
We have not created because if I create the schema, right? If I'm inside, initially when I started, I did select here like this, right? Query Tools from my Postgres. You can see the Postgres up there.
Yeah.
Good. But if I had created that schema will go inside this Postgres. Because I am in the database of Postgres, am I right? Looking up here,
Yes,
you
sir.
can see the
Yes, sir.
yes. If I right click here, if I create the schema here, right here, the schema would automatically go to what? This Postgres database. But I want the schema to come in Abby Food. Hence, the reason why I'm doing what? Right clicking on Abby and I'm opening a query from Abby database. Please ask your question, Abby.
I'm lost. So
Ask your
when
question,
you
sorry.
click on from Abby Food and you now click on right click and you now go to Query Tool, what is that for, please?
Do you remember when I started, when I showed you guys the environment, I said query tool is where you write your query. Take a look at this. You can see Postgres here, right?
Yes.
You can see Abby Food here, right?
Yes.
Now let me assume that I want to write any simple query or anything at all inside TCP Hub, right? This is also a database, right? If I want to write a query that will directly impact TCP Hub, you know what I'll do? I'll come here, right click on it, and then go to Query Tool. Query Tool is like opening a new sheet for me to write my query. So if I click on this Query Tool, you can see that it has shown me that I'm inside what? Look up here.
Okay.
Yes, I got you. Initially we're talking about schemas, creating schemas, that folder under Abby Food. So when you now went to these Query Tools, I kind of got confused. I don't know whether we are still trying to create the folder, that's schema, or we're trying to write.
We are still trying to create the schema. But if I create the schema, for instance, here now, TCP Hub, you know that the schema will automatically go to TCP Hub, right?
Yes.
But because we are trying to create it in Abby Foods, right? I will go to Abi database, right click on Abi database, open the writing material, open the sheet where I can write from there, so that I am inside Abi. So that when I now type create schema, let's call my schema uh, school, SCH, right? Let me call this my schema. If I execute this particular thing here now, schema created, right? If I now go into Abi Food and refresh it, I can see my schema here inside Abi. Abi?
Yes.
I don't want to lose you. Please. Better hold on. I'll reach out to you now. Abi, do you understand what I've done?
Yes, I do. Thank you.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Your yes is not sounding like, it's not yesing. Your yes is not yesing.
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. Better, please ask.
Okay, so I have kind of a question. So what if you want to like create a new database inside Abi Food? Is that possible? Like now you opened your query tools.
Yes.
Inside that query tools, can you do like create database?
Yes.
Then name your database. Then it will come under Abi Food.
No, you cannot create a database inside it. But basically,
Inside the database.
yes, if I create a database here now, right, automatically it will just go to database folders. You can see database up here. It will not stay in any of them because they're all standalone. You can see I have 3 databases here now, and I'm inside Abi Foods, right? If I come here and say create database, and give me a name. What name do you want me to create?
Tech.
Oh, let me call it beta DB or beta underscore DB, however I want it, right? If I come here and create this database, remember that I created it inside Abi Foods, right? But it will not remain inside Abi Food. If I refresh now, it will just go to my what? The general database folders.
Database. Okay.
Standalone, right? And then when you create it and it's X like this, you click on the drop down, system will load it, and you're good. Because remember the definition of a schema. A schema is what? It's a folder in the database.
Database.
Abi,
Yes, sir.
Yes, please. But I have a question. I don't know. Maybe that's the way it's designed to be. The question the last speaker just asked now, asking if another database can be created in Abi. You know, when we are using the normal regular system, you can have a folder and you create another folder inside an already existing folder. So I would have taken this Abi Foods to be maybe like a folder. Then I should be able to create another folder inside that will stand as a database inside the Abi Foods database. I'm just thinking, I don't know.
I understand you, but let me clarify that. Your database, Abi Food, is like your laptop.
Okay.
You cannot have your laptop inside another laptop.
Okay.
Your Abi Foods now is like your laptop because the database is the system that helps you to store and manage your what? Your data. Or it's a structured collection of data. I think this one will go off any moment. If it goes off, let's join immediately, okay? So
okay, sir.
Yes, so Abi Food is like your laptop. And you know that your laptop will not be inside another laptop. There's no way you can do that. But you can have multiple folders in your laptop. Just like these databases now, they're all individual laptops on their own. And inside them, you have schema. Now we have 2 schemas here. we have a public schema, and we have school schema for Abe, right? If I open this school schema for Abe, there will be room for me to create tables inside this school schema. So it means that inside of this my folder, I can have things like my music. If I want this thing to be school, anything that concerns my school tables, I'll create it here. Then I can also
What
decide
about the public schema? Did you create it, or it's just standard? Like it came with the.
Normally it comes with the system. It's a standard. You can see.
system.
I hovered my
Okay,
mouse over it. Look
standard.
at this. Look at this. Take a look at this. I hovered my mouse over
Okay.
it. Look down. You can see what down says. Left down on the screen.
Yeah, database Abifu schema, public standard public schema.
Standard public schema. If I hover my mouse over the other, what does it say? It doesn't say public schema because it's something you created yourself. Okay. Jesus. Yes. So you understand that it comes with the system, Abe. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, let me quickly take a Beta's question. Beta, please, your question.
I think you've answered my question about that database and this thing. You've answered it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. Okay, now let me create a real life scenarios for Abby Food. Abby, I assume that Abby Food is a restaurant database, right?
Yes.
So let me create another schema inside it. Yes. Inside, let me close this. Abby Food here. Let me just close this. I don't want to have multiple things. I don't want to say, okay, I can cancel this. Let me wait. Okay, so inside Abby database, always make sure that you look up here to know the database you are inside, okay? Right now, I'm inside Abby Food database. Now, let me create another database. Please tell me what to write. What am I writing? Create what?
Full stop.
Create schema. We're creating
Transaction schema for employees.
Let's say employees. What do we call it? Let's call it Abby
Staffs.
Abby
Staffs.
Abby staff. Okay. Maybe I can use underscore. Abby staff, right? Is a schema.
Yes, sir.
I execute it. How do I execute it? I do here, right?
Run.
And I run
Yes,
it.
sir.
Let me create another one again. Which other one should I create? Abby, this is your shop. What do we create?
Inventory stock.
Okay.
Thank you, Better.
Abby inventory underscore invent. I hope we understand it like this, right?
So what happened to the first one?
I've created it. I just haven't refreshed it.
Okay.
If I refresh it, you'll come.
Okay.
Okay, let's create one more. Let's say Abby what? Abby, what does you have in your shop?
I'm just imagining I'm not a shop yet.
I know.
I don't know. Invoices?
Invoices can happen in, okay,
Abi
let's,
stakeholders.
what?
Abi stakeholders.
Okay. Stakeholders, well, we can create them in, let me see what we already have here. Let me refresh. So we have inventory, we have staff, we have, let's say we have inventory staff, let's say salaries. But that can qualify in staff, right? Okay, let's
Yes,
say
Yes.
yes.
What about invoices?
Invoice will happen in inventory. It can happen in inventory, right? Am I right?
Ah, no, I
yes.
don't. Really?
Inventory
So
has to
you
do
know,
with
inventory is taking stock,
yeah,
taking notes of all the stocks you have in your this thing. So
yeah.
the
So
prices
inventory
and the will be there.
exactly. Inventory will be taking your stock, right? And your stock would also be counted by your invoices because when you sell, an invoice is generated and whatever happens, system does its deduction and all that. So it can qualify in that same schema, okay? So let's call this one
Okay.
Abe customers, Abe cost, okay? Let's call it Abe cost. And I run it again, right? Now I have completed the schema creation. Do we all know how to create a schema now?
Execute.
Please, at this point, if you don't know how to create a schema, can I see your hand up? At this point, I believe that everybody here knows knows what a schema is. Am I correct? If you know what a schema is, let me see your hand up. Ayo, Ayo,
Yes.
do you know what a schema is?
Yes.
So if somebody wakes you up in the midnight and say, Ayo, please, what's a schema? You can answer them. Why you just woke up?
Yeah. Yes, I can.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay, so I want to
Yes.
ask a question, please.
Please
You know,
ask me.
there was one example you gave then where we had multiple, was this script now? Can this schema to also like be more than one, where we can execute script instead of just running the query, like executing query? Is it possible? Like if you
Yeah.
have multiple, like this Abi
Yes.
customer, Abi inventory, and Abi staff, can they all be together? Then you just click on execute script.
Yes, they can.
Can
And
we
that's
also
why
do that? Okay.
that is the reason why I wanted you guys to also practice. So let's do something now. Let's do this. Right? Let's say we have about 5 schemas, right? I'm just going to change it to, let's make it first one is, we're just going to create rubbish and delete it later, okay? YYY, AAA. So you guys, sometimes you can always test it out, play around the database. It's not a live environment, okay? When I say live environment, it's not a real life bank environment that you're afraid of making mistakes. Make mistakes, play around it. Abi, this is it. Now let's run it and see. Have you seen? Do you see what happened here? Abi,
No,
did you see?
nothing happened.
Yeah, because I have not
It just
refreshed.
highlighted.
I
Okay,
highlighted it
okay,
and ran it with this one, and it came back and returned
okay.
successful. Now let us refresh and
Successful.
see. When we refresh, you can see how many schemas we have now. We have AAA, BBB, NNN,
Okay.
these ones. You can see, right?
Okay, yes.
So you can highlight everything. You can have
That's
thousands of, if you want to create like 1,000 records, once you highlight it and run it as a script, it will run everything.
okay.
Any question? Let me do delete schema. The same way we created it, we can as well delete it.
Why are you deleting? Can you just highlight all of them and delete at once?
That's what I want to do, right? You can see, right?
Okay, so delete, you just write delete.
Yes, delete schema.
And you run it.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, just like giving an instruction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
Sorry, delete is not. I think what I was looking for is drop, but I'll show you where delete works. Drop, because it's a table. You do drop, not delete. Okay.
Okay.
Drop. So I highlight it, and I do what? Execute it as script. Schema dropped, right? Now, if I refresh, if you want to drop a schema, if you want to delete a schema, you use what? Drop. If you want to delete a database, you use what? Drop. Anything you create by typing, create like this, right? If you want to remove it, you use drop. So let me come and refresh that before. Refresh, you can see that now I don't have that one. Abby, please help me. I'm going to remove this thing. Help me. I want to remove this last one. Cool. Help me remove it. How do I remove it? Tell me what to type, Abby. Okay. Drop what?
That's underscore the AAA.
Drop underscore AAA.
Then you run it.
Like this?
Drop schema.
Okay.
Oh, drop schema. Drop schema. Then underscore AAA.
This one is what I want to remove.
Yeah. Okay, I can't even see it. It's so school, right? School. Is that school?
Yes.
Okay. Underscore school. Then you run it.
Why do you have to use underscore school? Why are you using underscore?
So that it should be readable, like you said.
No. You have to use the same name. You have to use the same name as it is here.
Okay, I want to deleting. Okay.
Ayo, are you following?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Every other person, you guys are following, right? Fumi, are you following?
Yes, sir.
I've not had the voice of Solomon. Solomon. Solomon, the wisest man. I've not heard your voice. Mr. Solomon, are you in this class?
Maybe his network is bad.
Okay, possibly.
Okay, sorry. For example, now where we have Abby underscore customer, that's cost. So to drop it, we'll write drop schema underscore Abby underscore cost, right? Am I correct?
When you have what?
So under this Abby database, where we have these three schemas of customer, inventory, and staff.
Yes.
If we want to remove one of them, for example, now let's say the staff. So that means we'll just write drop schema underscore Abby underscore staff. Am I correct?
No, you're not. You just said drop schema, then the name of that schema. There's no underscore in the schema name. So drop schema,
no,
then you
this
put
one. This drop schema, then this Abby underscore staff. That's what I'm saying.
yes. There's no underscore before it, but you can say Abe underscore staff. Yes, just like that. That's all.
Okay.
Should
Thank
I
you.
drop it? Let's drop it, Abi.
No.
Let's drop it for fun. We have dropped it. Okay. It's for fun. So you guys can play around your own servers for fun, right? You can see we just have 2 now. So that's all there is to what? That's all there is to dropping. When you create a table and you want to drop it, you can use the drop table, then table name. You want to drop a database? Okay, let me drop one database so that we can see how it works. Anything that you create, like I said, anything you create by typing the syntax create, right? If you want to drop it, you can as well use, if you want to delete it, use drop. Now let me see, which database should I drop now? Let's drop beta DB. Nothing is inside beta DB. Sorry, beta, but let's drop your DB, okay? So you say drop database. Then you put the name of the database, which is what? Beta underscore DB, right? When I put this and I run it, regardless of where I am, remember right now I'm still in my Abbey Foods, right? But regardless of where I am, as long as it's a database, system will automatically go to the folder of database and remove it. Let's try. Okay, now you see what happens here. It says beta is being accessed by another, so it won't let you do that. Okay, good. That's good. That's the security on it, so that you cannot stay in another database and go to drop another database. You can see, right? Oh, can you see what happened here? Who can see? So when you look at your system, when you're trying to shut down your system, right, or delete a file, and that file is open somewhere, right? What error do you get? Guys, I need your input here.
I think it will ask you to close it that is open somewhere else.
Yes. That's what you should do. Let's see where it's opened. Where is it opened? Where is it opened? So again, you can come here, right click on this. Instead of using the query, if you don't want to use the query, you can right click on this and create a database like that. Just click like this. Put the name of the database you want. Let's say Ayo underscore DB. All right. Put all the details and schema and whatever information you want to put, and click on what. You can define it how you want. You can set your privileges, parameters, advanced, SQL. You see, it has created the SQL already for me. This is SQL that will create that, that IODB. Click on save. That is if you are lazy typing code. But I'm not going to teach you guys the lazy way for now, okay? I'm not going to teach you guys the lazy way for now. Let's get the hard way first. These ones, you can do them. For instance, I've created IODB now. If I want to remove it, I can always come here and click on drop. Now, for that one that beta, you see the beta that had this error, right? If it has that error, I can do what? I can force drop it, which means drop it by force. Okay? They say drop database with this first option will attempt to terminate all existing connection. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yes. You see, it's gone. Then IO can just simply say, okay, drop IO, and I'll drop IO. Is it clear, guys? My people, everybody, make
Yes,
yourself. I
it
want to hear your
is.
voice. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now that we have created a database, Abby, are you there?
I'm here.
Are you okay?
I want to just take the answer. When I
Huh?
watch the recording, I'll get this. I'll get the last part.
Ask question. There's
I
no
missed the
point.
last part. I missed the last part of, I think, the shortcut. But you said you don't want to teach us that part too, so I think it's fine.
Okay, but it's as simple as doing this. Look at my screen. If you come here, you want to create a database, you come here, right click, click on create database. You can see,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
When you click on it and you call it Peter Obi, Peter underscore Obi, right? Click on save. That's
Okay.
all. As simple as that. You've created a database, right? The
Okay.
same thing happens with schemas. If you want to create a schema, you can quickly come here, right click, create schema. You
Okay.
see, right?
Okay.
When you create a schema, it will create it. Now, if you want to delete it, that same thing that you're doing, which is drop, you can come here, right click on P2B and click on drop. Continue. System
Okay.
automatically drop it. But what I'm saying is that I don't want you guys to learn the lazy way first. It's something that you will learn when you have become an expert in the code. Okay? Does that make sense to you, Abe?
Yes. Thank
Does that
you.
make sense to every other person? Victor, does that make sense to you? Fumi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fumi,
Yes,
does it make
sir.
sense? Better, does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It makes sense.
Okay, beautiful. Now that we have learned how to create our database, we have learned how to create our schemas. Now, what is the next thing? We have learned how to create our database, which is this one, Abby Foods. Inside Abby Foods, we have created different schemas. Now, let us create tables. All right.
Staff tables.
Let me take this guy out. Query. What? So now let us create tables, right? How do you create tables? I can come here the lazy way, right click, create table, right? And then system will just provide the columns that I want. I will just be inputting it. But no, we are going to create it manually first. Now to create a table, what is a table? Let me even ask that question. Now that we know what a schema is, we know what a database is, what is a table? Okay, a table is like, let me use the same instance that we've been using. You know that the folder collects what? Related tables, right? And when I gave the instance of the folder, I said a table in that context will be like your music folder. Some will be like your image folder. Some will be like your other files, maybe your credentials, which comprises of your certificate, your NYSC, your different certificates, right? Which are all inside the schema. A table is like those certificates or the files inside those folders. And if I want to speak it in English, this is the definition of a table. If you want to take note, right? A table is the core structure where data is stored in rows and columns, right? In rows and columns. Does it make sense, my people?
Yes, sir.
Ayo,
Yes, it does.
please explain what a table is. Don't read what I wrote there, just explain what a table is.
Where data is stored in rows and columns.
I said don't read what I
I
wrote
don't
there.
know how to
Just
explain it.
don't read what I wrote there. Explain it your way. Explain it differently from what I wrote, Ayo.
Okay, let me see. It's like a container where the data lives. And then the rows and columns are like the features there.
You can say that. So the rows is a record. Let me put this down so you can take notes. Rows equals what? A record. If I say I want to see this record, it means that I want to see the row or rows, right? Then if I say column, then I'm talking about the attributes. The attributes and attributes could be fields, right? And fields could be, I don't know how to put it again. When you have, for instance, e.g., you have the ID field, you have the name field, you have the address, you have the phone number. All these are what attributes, right? People are tired. My people are tired.
Yeah, yes, sir.
I know that I'm not supposed to do more than 2 hours. This class is always for 2 hours. But I need to bring you guys up to speed as soon as possible. That's a challenge. Please pardon me. Okay? You guys should please pardon me. Or do you guys want to take a quick break?
Yes, yes, yes.
Majority carries the vote. If you want to go on break, let me see your hands up.
So that you can use the restroom and will not miss anything.
Okay. I think she has a point. She has a point, right? All right. While we're still in class, nobody should drop. Just you can mute yourself and go about your business. Do what you want to do, and come back in. This is 6:28. Let's come back 6:30. 2 minutes. Is that okay? Or do you want up to 5 minutes?
6:35.
How many people want 6:30? How many people want 6:35? If you know you want 6:30, let me see your hand up. If you want 6:35, let me see your hand up.
6:35.
Ayo, you're in support of 6:35 too. Hey,
Time is going already. Oh, maybe
all right, guys. 6:35. We'll join. We'll come back. All right. So we have created our database. We have created our schema. Now it's time to create our table. Okay. How do we create our table? Remember, we do what? You look at where you are, the database where you are, which is Abiput, and then I create my table, create table, right? Yes, Ayo, go ahead. Oh, okay. Mitchell, you have a question or?
No, I don't.
Okay. So you say create table. Now, when you say create table, you now have to reference the schema where you want this table to be created. Remember, the schema is what? It's like folders used to do what? Organize or put together related tables and objects. If you recall, Abby,
Yes.
good. Now, if you are creating a table, you will not decide or make reference to which here now in this Abby table, Abby Foods database, we have schemas. Let me see the schemas. We have currently have three schemas. One is the standard, which is public. Two is Abby cost and Abby inventory. Now, whatever table you are creating must be related to all the tables you want to put in any of them. So, which one do you want us to create first, Abby?
Maybe inventories.
Okay, so an inventory is what? This is just the schema, right? So, like I said,
Yes.
we want to create an inventory table, right? We can then say abe underscore invent, which is the schema, dot. Then you now put the table name, inventory. Maybe we can say inventory table or inventory underscore TBL. Is that okay if we do that? Or let's just call it inventory. Let's not confuse you. Do you see what I've done here, guys?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So remember that we said that schema is what? Schemas are please, what's the schema?
A folder in your database that is used to group relational tables.
That group used to do what?
Group relational tables.
Who can help Ayo out, please? Better, do you
She,
want to help out?
she yeah, she actually got it. You said schema, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's like a folder in your database which helps you to group your relational objects.
Related tables or objects.
Thank you,
Yeah, the
Abe.
related table or
Related,
objects.
related, not relational, related. Ayo, related. Copy that.
Okay.
Related. What it means is that it is used to group. Ayo, you remember when we were talking about Michael? Sorry, hold on. Michael, you are new in the class, are you? Are you just joining now? Hello, Michael. Oluwe Michael. You're muted if you're talking, Michael. Okay, let's just continue. So, like I said, Ayo, what is a schema?
A folder in your database that is used to group related tables.
Can you explain what it means?
I should
Can you
explain more than that.
what you just said now? You just read the English version. Explain to my understanding what it means.
Uh, a schema is basically like the blueprint that organizes your table. I don't know how to like over exemplify more than that.
Okay, we can simply say that this is the schema helps you to put together. For instance, you can see that we're creating inventory. This is an inventory schema, right? Anything that we're going to put inside this schema, any table we're going to create inside this schema must be related to inventory. If I want to create another table here, I can say create another table, and I'm calling this one invoice. It has to be related to what? Inventory. If I want to create another one, I can create another one inside that same and I'm saying this is sales point or something, right? So anything I'm going to put inside this will have to be what? Related. Does it make sense now, Ayo?
Yeah, I always did.
Okay, good. Now, now that I have created, I have named my table. The name of my table here is what?
Inventory.
Now, the name of my schema here is what?
Abby inventory.
Abby invents.
Yes. Now, to create a table, after naming my table, which is inside the schema, I will now open a bracket. You can see how I've opened the bracket. Open and close the bracket. Now, inside the bracket is where I will name all the columns that I want. Now, Abby, tell us what you want to see in your inventory. What columns do you want to see in your inventory? Tell us. Abe, Nabena. Tell us.
Yeah, I'm here.
Are you lost?
I'm still trying to get what you said last before you called my name.
Yeah, what are you missing out? Are you missing anything?
No, when you said we'll create column, I'm still trying to understand that part.
What is the column? Do you know what a column is?
Yes, I do, but the part, you said we'll create column. I'm just trying to understand where the column will come in and maybe why. I don't know.
Inside your table.
Yes.
Are there no so what do you want to see in this table?
Okay. For example, like maybe the raw materials
Okay.
that we're going to use for.
Okay, so let's say raw materials, raw_materials. What else do you want to
Sorry,
see
my
in the table?
question is why are we adding the column? Okay, rows and column. Okay, I understand now.
All right. So, what else do you want to see in that table?
Okay.
How about product type or product name?
So let's use product instead of raw material, right?
Okay.
Product_name. What else do you want to see there? We can say this product ID, right? Product ID, product name. What else do you want to see, Abby?
Maybe the kitchen inventory, kitchen utensils. Right?
Inventory. When you're talking about inventory, what are the possible columns you have in an inventory? Am I alone in this class?
No, sir.
All about
Purchases.
You have the product ID. You can have the stock keeping unit, right? You can have the maybe quantity, right?
Yes, sir.
Quantity,
Quantity.
quantity, right? Quantity. That's how you know how many is in stock, right? You can have costs. Abe, do you agree with me?
Yes.
I say cost price. You can
Okay.
have selling price. Do you agree with me, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Selling price.
Profit per unit.
You can have profits. Should I call it PPU? Are we going to understand it? Okay, let me leave it as profit
Profit per unit.
unit. We can have a discount. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You can have a maybe, who knows? You can have multiple locations, right? Is that
Location.
possible? No
For
need.
one product.
Okay, so we should leave that, right?
Mm.
What else should we have in this table?
Right. Rate of the product. I mean, something like
Um,
review. Sir.
Rates. I think rates would this cost price quantity cost price will give us rate per item.
Okay.
Quantity times this will give us the entire thing that we need. Okay. So with this we can have well, let's have a date of what?
Get
Last
purchased.
last restock day. I mean, am I right? Restock
Date.
date
Restock date and
and what?
restock
Restock
date
date.
and I think maybe restock date.
Yeah, so that's fine, Abby. Abby, you're
Yes,
quiet.
sir.
Are you lost?
No, I'm not.
Are you lost?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Now, there is what we call data type. There is what we call data type. We only have 10 minutes for this class, for today's class. But okay, maybe I can extend for a little while. I just want you guys to get to the point where we can select. Okay? There's what we call data type. What's the data type?
Data what?
Data type. Who can tell me what a data type is?
Like categories of data.
Fantastic. That's what it is, right? Categories of data. Or you can say that a data type defines what kind of data a column should have, or what kind of data can this column store in a database. And what that means is that this product ID has to be a number. Is that correct? It's a number. Product name will be a string because it's a sentence. It can be a sentence, it can be a word, it can be anything, right? Product name. Quantity would not be a name, it will be a number. It won't be an alphabet. Am I right, Abi?
Yes.
Cost price will be amount. Am I right? Selling price will
Yes.
hold amount. Profit per unit. Profit per unit will hold amount. Discount will still hold amount. Am I right? Restock will still hold what? Date.
Yes.
So data type is, like Ayo said, categorizing this data into their forms. All right, saying that okay, I want this one to hold amount, because you cannot put in price. Imagine that you have price and you're calling price, and you enter something like this in price. You, if you enter you in price, which currency is this you? So if you are trying to enter this kind of thing after creating this table with the data types, system will tell you that no, this does not fit in to this data, this column. Does it make sense? So the reason why we do our setup, when you're setting up your data, your table, you need to set up the data type where you want, and tell the system the kind of data or kind of values you want to have in that table. Is it clear?
Yes.
Abe?
Yes.
Better.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Teacher, is it clear?
Teacher, is it clear? Can you take it again? My system went off.
The system went up.
Went off. Yes.
Okay, mute yourself as an echo.
Okay, mute yourself as an echo.
Prosper, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, for the sake of Mitchell and any other person who still doesn't understand, what we're saying is that a data type, right? Data type is, I just said is categorizing data. Aya, please use that in English again.
Categories of data.
Categories of data, which is a perfect way to describe it. And you can say data type defines the kind of data a column should have or should save. A column should store in the DB. By DB, I mean database. And Mitchell, just like I said, this here would do what? Would give you, for instance, I gave an instance that this one would be number. IDs, it could be alphabet, it could be alphanumeric, depending on what you want or what your client wants. For instance, if you're building this thing for Abe now, for instance, let's say we're building for Abe and Abe is our customer. We'll ask her, Abe, what do you want the product ID to be like? She'll tell us, oh, I want it to be alphanumeric, or I want it to be numbers, strictly numbers, or I want it to be alphabets. Right? She can decide that. When she decides that, we will now build the data type during the table creation, so that if the user goes to insert something different from that declared or defined data type, system will say, no, this column should hold this type of data and not something else. Does it make sense, Mitchell?
Yes, it does.
Abe, does it make sense?
Yes.
Good. Now let me quickly let's quickly do that now. Let's add data types to it. So the first one that we have here is what? Is
Product ID.
ID. Now product ID, I'm going to use a unique, I'm going to either use int. Okay? I'm going to either use int, or better still, I'm going to use serial. And let me explain what it means. With this, it means that we don't need to insert this again ourselves. We don't need to do what? We don't need to insert it again ourselves. automatically system will be increasing it, serial number. It will just be serial because this has to be our primary key. And primary key is simply the unique identifier of that product. There cannot be two IDs in this table. So using this serial automatically makes, if you enter one before and you want to enter another product, system will automatically go and make it what? 2. If you enter another one, system will automatically go and make it 3. There's no way you have another one inside it. So that's why you have what? Serial. Abby.
Yes, I understand.
Good. Ayo.
Yes, I understand.
Good. Mitchell.
Understand.
Better.
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 Yes, sir. Yes, I understand. So it's kind
Where's
of
Fumi?
equal inside. Muted.
Okay, where's Fumi? Fumi is no longer here. She's gone now. Anyway, I'll probably have to share the video again in the group and let's see who would watch. Okay? Hopefully they can catch up.
I'll just end this call now. How do you call someone and you don't exchange pleasantries?
Not my bad. How do you do my dear?
How are you?
Sorry. Hello, Dr. Dan.
Yes.
Yes, I have a question. I was expecting to see like a table, tabular form, where you see rows and columns, like table, real table.
Yes. After creating it now, you see the table. Okay?
Okay.
This is how you create, this is how that table is created. Are you in this class or somewhere else?
I'm here.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
My phone just rang.
I'm supposed to end this class now, but let me just quickly round up with this one. The class would time us out. So let me quickly end it. And please join back immediately, guys. As soon as the class ends, it terminates every 1 hour. As soon as it ends, please join back immediately, okay? So that we can do another 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
sir.
Once I'm done with this part, we can call it a day, okay?
Yes, sir.
Who can tell me, Ayo, please tell me, what is the function of this data type? Serial. You're muted, Ayo.
Isn't that the primary key?
What do you say?
Isn't that the primary key?
I mean, this serial, what's the function? You see, that means you were distracted at some point in this class. Abby, tell us what the function of this serial is.
I think it's just to assign numbers, like you have a product 1, you can't enter another 1, it automatically updates it and take it to number 2, 3, like that, right? I don't know if I got it.
You got it right. That means Ayo was distracted when we're talking about this. So you see, it's serial. Just like you have serial it says serial, right? Serial is unique. And
Isn't that what I said? Is that not the primary key?
No, primary key is unique, yes, but this is not the primary key. My question was different. My question, this is the primary, this column will be the primary key eventually. But my question was, what does this serial, what does it mean? What does it do?
They makes whatever you're trying to generate unique.
Exactly. Auto incremental. If you have one here in the table, you can never have another one again. And system, you don't insert it manually. System automatically insert the record into that table. That's why you have what? That's why you have serial. Now, apart from serial, just like I said, we want to make it what? Primary key. So let's make it primary key. Primary key.
What's primary key?
So primary key, I'm trying to look for the better way to explain it to you now. So you know that primary key is the key in a table that you can use to connect to another table. So let's say you have Abe inventory now, right? And let's say you have, in your inventory, you have this product ID. Now, which other table are you going to have in this inventory?
Like the product name as we mentioned earlier.
No. Which other table in this schema? We have inventory. Let's say you have
Okay, we
another
have
one.
staff.
Huh?
I thought we have staff in another schema. We have
No,
three
because
schemas earlier.
yes, I mean in this particular schema, which other table do you think you can
Inventory.
have apart from inventory? Who can help us? So let's say you have sales
Product
or
like
point
the
of
product
sales.
name.
Let's say you have point of sales table as well,
Okay.
right? Now, the only way system can see this guy, which is product ID, and be able to identify this entire product, this product with the product name, right? Such that when you make a sale with the, let's say you have another table called point of sale. Okay? Point of sale, what you are selling is the product, right? Let's say you have a table called point of sale, right? Inside this schema, point of sale, right? Inside this schema. And inside it, whatever you're selling part of the product, right? Is when you sell one here, that the quantity here will reduce. Am I right?
Yes.
Now, the relationship between these two tables is the primary key. Because when you have primary key here, you're still going to have, sorry, when you have product ID in that table, you're still going to have product ID in this table. Okay? Because if you're going to fetch, because that's the only identifier of that table. If you're going to query the table to fetch records, you are going to select all where product ID equals a particular ID. So the only way system can understand that, oh, you are referring to this particular product in this table, such that when you now make your sale here, system goes to that table to say, okay, this table, remember, we have sold product 1, 2, 3. Then this table will update it and say, product 1, 2, 3 is now remaining -1. That is, you have sold one. It will count it down. So the relationship between these two tables is the primary key.
Okay.
The primary key here is the what's that one now? The primary key here is the what? Secondary key of this table.
Which one is secondary key?
Let me not confuse you with that. Don't worry. You understand primary key. We'll get to the point of secondary. Okay?
Yeah.
All right? Do you understand the concept?
Yes.
This table is going to have this one, and it's going to have product name, because the product ID would also have the product name, right? So the primary key for this table is just the product ID. That is the relationship that the two of them has. Because if you want to join
Okay,
these two tables,
you mean primary key is between two schemas?
between two tables, not schemas now. Primary key is the relationship that one table has with another table or multiple tables. Primary key is the relationship that a table has with another table or multiple tables. Does it make it clear? But don't bother yourself too much about this. I don't expect you to learn it now. We still have a long way to go where you're going to be using this thing, and over time you're going to have a clearer picture. Okay? But the basic that you need to understand is that you are creating a table, and the ID of that table, you are making it serial just so that system would automatically increment it for you. And you're declaring this table as a primary key just to say that this is the connector to any other table around. Have I made a point? Did I make a point?
Yes, sir.
Abe, did I make a point?
Yes.
Does it seem like you didn't understand it?
Yes, that primary key, I kind of I'm lost there, but maybe as we progress, I would understand better.
No, if you don't get it now, you'll not get it again. See, my point is this primary key, don't bother yourself too much about it. Just know that it is a name I'm going to give any column that has relationship with another table.
Okay.
So we have two tables now. We have point of sale that we're creating. We have inventory. When I sell my product from point of sale, my inventory will remove that product so that I will have less one in that table, in the quantity.
Okay.
If this quantity here of this product is 10, and I sell, let's say the product ID is.
Hey, sorry, I want to ask a question. Is it the client that will give us what the primary key will be?
No, okay, yeah, now that you're our client, we are the developers. You have told us that you want to build a system. You have told you are the client now, Abbey Foods, right?
Okay.
And we are the developers. You've asked us to build a database for you. I know that if I'm building, you are telling me the things that you expect to see in your database. You have told me that, oh, okay. In fact, we'll have a brainstorming session where I'll sit down, you'll sit down, we'll talk about these things. I say, okay, I believe you have product ID, you have the product name, you say yes, you have the quantity, you say yes. Most times the client doesn't even know what he wants. He just comes to you and say, please help me build this system. And then you guys will not interact. By interaction, you're getting what he wants, and you're also suggesting and he's accepting. Then when that is done, that point is called requirement gathering. So when the requirement gathering is completed, you cannot start building. So it's not the client that will tell you which one is the primary key. You as a developer, you know which one is the primary key. Because the primary key has to be a unique identifier of that product. And in this case, the unique identifier of this product is what? Product ID. Because we can have the same name of the same product. Let's say you have a toothpaste, right?
Okay.
And toothpaste you have, you know that toothpaste has different one. You have the close-up, you have McLean, but if you have toothpaste here, toothpaste as the name of the product, right? It means that the only way we can identify this product is with the ID, so that as you're putting the toothpaste, let's say you're putting the ID will now be close up, 1, 2, 3, right? Or since we're making it serial, it's a number. It has to be 1, 2, 3. So we can have multiple, or let's say 1, right? And then you know how they do these things in the stores. How they do it is that some of them, they use scanner to scan each of them into the system. So they will all be in the class of toothpaste, but the IDs are different and the prices are different. This toothpaste now that is 1 can have the cost price of 2,000 naira, selling price of 3,000 naira, right? Would the profit per unit here will be what? 1,000. Am I right? Because selling price minus 2 by this, Abi. Are we giving discount to customers for this particular product? No, we don't want to give discount. 0. What date did we restock this one? Let's say 14th of September 2025, right? You have entered one product and it's toothpaste. Do you know that you can also have another product? You can enter another product here, which is also called toothpaste, But this other product, the cost is what? 5,000, and we're selling it for what? 9,000. And the cost per unit, the whatever per unit will now be 4,000. And we may be giving discount of 200 in this one. Does it make sense? The product name might be the same in some cases, not in all cases. But one thing that can never be the same is the product ID.
ID. Okay.
Is it clear?
Yes, it's clear now.
That thing that is the product ID is what qualifies to be used as the primary key, because it's unique and will be unique across the board. Because the product key 1 and 2 in this table will refer to the same product in this table. Remember that our first one was around, cost price was 2,000, selling price was 3,000, right? If you come to this table, which is the sales table, the cost price of that one will still be the same, the selling price will be the same. In the second one, same thing applies. So the product, this product ID, so the relationship between these two tables is what? Product ID. Am I right?
Yes.
So that qualifies to be called primary
So I have
key.
a question.
Yes, please.
So in the second table, the point of sales table,
Yeah.
would that product ID would it also be like primary key too, or would it just be just normal secondary key? But because it has the same product ID, it can be connected. Must
All
it
the
be
tables,
primary key?
all the tables would have what, if we're creating this one too, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we're creating this, if this is our home table, then it means that this one will be entered manually based on what we have entered here. So either way, you may not make it serial, you can come and make this one integer, right? So the system does not automatically enter it for us, automatically, right? And still, this guy here will be a primary key for this table. The secondary key thing I mentioned, if it's not going to confuse you guys, is just the fact that it's just a knowledge that if I am fetching from this table and I'm referencing this table, then this product ID becomes the secondary key. If I'm fetching from this table and I'm referencing this one becomes the secondary key. Is it clear?
So now I have a question, Sam.
Yes.
So you know a scenario where you have like 4 different tables. And would you keep making the product ID the primary key in all of them?
In all of them, yes.
Yeah. Okay,
In
the
all of
product
them.
ID will remain. So there's there's nothing like maybe staff ID like when you're doing the employees
Well,
staff and this thing table.
when we start doing the staff table, something like this would happen. Let's say, do we have a staff? Let's assume that we have our staff schema, right? You remember that we deleted our staff schema, but let me just type it here for instance, right? We now have Abby staff, right? And then here we can call it employees table, employees, right? Inside employee now, what you're going to have here is staff ID, staff name, most likely their address, staff address, yes, you can have their roles, staff role or job description, right? Staff roles, right? You can have something like what else can you have? Staff salary. What else can you have? Dates they join, and so many other things that you can have for that same table. Now, at this point, staff IDs except for unique cases, except that you don't want to make it, maybe you want to make it alphanumeric is fine, right? But it has to be what? Unique. Because two staff cannot have one staff ID. Better, does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
As you have created it, this guy still remains, as long as it's going to be unique. Because you know that two staff can have the same name. We have one Victor here. You can have another Victor here, maybe tomorrow, who knows? And don't be surprised because the other time I was checking my name on the internet, my complete name, my first name and last name. I saw another person that has my name and my last name. So imagine the two of us are working in the same company. There is a chance that our name will clash. But what differentiates us from each other is what? Our staff ID. So any column in your table that has a unique identifier qualifies to be the primary key. Is that clear? Everywhere is quiet. Everybody unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, everybody. Unmute yourself. Let me know who is in this class.
This professional, this co-founder that has the skills. But if you want to do the business,
I've got them.
so you have to be if the person agree, okay, is it startup business as it is, or it's not making anything, okay, I will follow up with the agreement plan. Then the person can include himself in running the business with him.
Ayo, mute yourself. Ayo, just mute. Only Ayo. Victor, mute yourself. Only Victor. Mitchell, mute yourself. Only you. Michael.
Yes, sir.
You can see that your this thing is very loud. Are you able to hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Good. All right. So you see that the barber is good and the clipper is sharp. You see that we are all understanding everything I've said? Or is that the barber is not good and the clipper is not sharp? Which one?
Everything is good. Okay.
Well, I came in late, but due to my little understanding, I think I'm still getting what you're saying. I'm not lost it.
Okay. I will still share the video. We're recording it. Thankfully,
Okay, thank you.
Abby asked us to record. So we'll share it. You can read it later on. Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes. Okay. I have not created my table yet, so let me complete one table at least, okay? So remember that the first one I have done is what? Serial, because I want it to auto-populate itself. The next one I'm doing is what? Product name. Product name is going to be some people call it voucher, some people call it vaca, right? Some people call it voucher, some people call it vaca. Let me tell you, let me type it. It's a data type, okay? It's a data type in SQL language. Varchar refers to, when you see varchar like this, it refers to you trying to do something in a string, which is something like this. You can have, let's say you have a written word. Let's say you have a abe, nabe. Did I get the name? Nabena?
Yes.
This is a varchar data type. Variable character, a varchar, right? Or varchar. Something like, I can say Abena is in SQL class. All of these can qualify as what? Varchar. So you can, more like you can write string. This is called a string. But for this class, let's call it varchar, okay? More like
can we use example of maybe something in the inventory since we're talking about product name?
Yes. So you can use something like product name. You can have a someone should give me a product name.
Coconut rice.
Cocoa.
All right.
You're making me very hungry now.
Not rice.
I'm not very hungry. Okay, coconut rice. And it's been a long time I ate coconut rice. Eh?
Potatoes.
You people mean me today, eh? You people mean me today that you want me to be so hungry. So you have another one, you can have another voucher, which is, as she said. Right?
Sorry, take us back a little. Sorry, why did you say we call product name a voucher or vaca?
Remember that this is a serial. Serial is because we allow it to auto increment. System just increments it for us. This one, the data type of this one is variable character because it allows us to enter a description, either a name but not a number, right?
Okay.
Good. Now quantity would have a what? An integer type because quantity will be what? Number.
Numbers.
Integer refers to what? Numbers. Varchar refers to what? You can use varchar for names. It refers to words, right? It refers to you typing a word, a name, product name, description, note. You use varchar.
Okay? How are we going to get all of these terms now? Like, okay, for product ID serial, product name voucher, quantity integer. How are we going to know all of this? What is there? Can we get it so that we can at least memorize it, have it somewhere?
The memorization you're going to do now is after we have learned it now. That's why you have your own application. You have this code, right? I can share this with you. You can now be going through it and know that, okay, this, when it comes to, if I'm doing anything that has to do with name or description, I must use what? Voucher. You know that already. If I want, if you now have to say that if I want to do anything that has to do with, I want system to auto increment a number for me, I use what?
Serial.
Integer.
Integer.
No, serial.
Serial.
Auto increment. If I use integer, integer is still number, but I'm the one that will enter it myself. But this one is number, but you cannot enter it yourself. Do you understand that?
Okay, so like this 1, 2, 3 beside it. Is it like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that is beside after that query? That is under that query.
Sorry, okay.
Is there a 1, 2, 3 under query? I can't see the 1, 2, 3.
No, not like you said the serial is like it will
auto. Yes. Auto
is it like automating? Is it like 1, 2, 3? Is it more than, can you just guess any number for you, or you just want to the descending number?
So if you use serial just goes from 1 upward.
Right?
Okay.
Yes.
I have a question.
Please,
you said for integers, that's numbers, we're allowed to enter it ourselves, unlike the serial that the system automatically updates, right?
Yes.
But there was something you said where you were talking about product ID and quantity. For example, we have, let's say, toothpaste. Let's say we have like 100, 50 for Colgate, 20 for Maclean, like that. And let's say we sell, let's say 3 pieces of Maclean, right? I thought automatically the system would reduce the number of Maclean in stock, not we entering it to say, okay, this is what we have available.
Yes, system will do that, but there is a process to it. We're just creating the table that is holding that value. All right?
Okay.
When we finish, you are jumping the gun, don't worry. When we get to this point, create this one and build before we get, this is officially the first class. The first class we had was was to install our software. But when you now get to the point where system does all those calculations, I'll show you how to do it. Don't confuse yourself, okay? But for the table has to be existing. When I say manually enter, it means that this one, that calculation will not work for it because system just decides what is there, right? But for this particular quantity, there's a trigger. The trigger only it comes from the point of sale. As soon as this one does the sales, you are going to write a function that will go and say, okay, this table, this product ID 1 or 2 has been sold. Come here, you remove the quantity that you sold from here, you remove it here. If you sold two pieces, right, of the ID, you come here and remove the 2 pieces. System does that automatically. You just don't see it, but someone has to build it, and you are now the person that is supposed to build it. So what you're learning now is not how it works, but you're learning how to build it and make it work the way it works.
Okay.
Good. So we'll come to that point. Don't get it twisted, okay? Now, let me come back to this place before I forget. After creating this voucher, I now want to say, I want this thing to be, I don't want it to be more than 100 characters. Because if you leave some people, they can write over 1,000 characters and install there for you. Right? But what this means is that whatever you're typing will not be more than 100. Is it clear? Please, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Abe, is it clear? Are you here?
Yes.
Yes, I am, and it's clear.
Now remember that whenever you finish typing the first one, you put what? A comma sign to tell the system that, oh, I'm done with the first column. Let's move to the second column. And this particular one, product name, I've said that I want it to be in this form that I can enter anything inside it. And I don't want it to be more than 100. What I'm entering should not be more than 100. Like this one, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This is 12. So this can enter. But if it's more than 100, system will tell me that no, it cannot enter. Abe, do you anticipate having any product that is more than 100 in what? The name of the product?
No.
You know that in this case, you're the client. So I can now ask you, are you anticipating it? If you say yes, I'll come and say, okay, let me change to 200, which is possible, right?
Yes.
But if you're not anticipating having a product that has a name more than 100 characters, then I can leave it as 100. And when you build it, after putting that value there, you make sure that you do something that is this called not null. Not null means that it shouldn't be empty at all points. Whenever you're inserting, if the product name is not there, system should not allow it to go. These things you're seeing here are all validations. They are all security validations, or it helps for data consistency and integrity. Imagine that this is not here. Somebody can enter quantity, enter cost, but they did not put the product name. If this not null is not there, system will allow it to go to enter. Right? If it's not there, system will allow the data to go to be blank. It will be blank. So if you're not looking for the name of the product, you will not find the name of the product. But you being the developer, you have the responsibility of securing the system, making it making the data consistent, basically. I don't know. Have I confused you? Abby, Ayo, Victor, all of you, have I confused anybody here? Let me see your hand up. Any question?
No.
Sorry, take it again.
Mitchell, what do you say?
Can you take it again?
Okay. Here, I said that the reason why I have not null, this not null is an English word. What I'm saying is This column, product name, whenever the user is entering it, if it's empty, it's more like making this field mandatory. Does it make sense, Abe?
Yes, it does.
Abe, does it make sense?
Yes.
I don't understand again.
What I'm saying is that not null is a way to make this field mandatory.
Okay.
Not null is a way to make it mandatory. If I don't want it to be mandatory, I either leave it blank and close my word by using comma, right? Or
Okay.
I just directly say null. That means it's not mandatory. But if I want to make it mandatory that the user must enter it, right? I'll have to make it not null. Does it make sense to you?
Okay. Yes.
Good. Now that I'm done with that, remember I put my comma, right? And I move to the next one, which is quantity. Now quantity is integer, right? Because integer is number. Integer is like this. Integer is like when you have maybe 1 to 12, right? Or you have 50, 40, right? Or you have 70, right?
200.
200, 2000, those are all integers, right?
Yes, sir.
So we're making this one integer data type. And as I'm making it integer, I'm also saying that I don't want it to be what? I want to make it what?
More than.
Mandatory. Okay?
Yes,
I want
sir.
to make it mandatory. Now, the other
Sir,
one, yes.
so is there a reason why they don't specify the characters in integer? The numbers of characters in integer?
No, there's no reason because integer has, there's what you call integer. I don't want to confuse you guys yet, but we'll leave that one. But see, you have what you call integer, you have what you call long. Okay? These are all valid data types for numbers. But for now, don't get confused. There's no reason why, you mean they don't put this thing there, right?
Yes.
There's a limit to what integer takes. And if it passes that limit, it becomes long. Okay? But don't get confused. We still have 2 more classes to go, 2 more levels to go, right? Which is intermediate. That's where you're going to get very comfortable. So I don't want to lose any of you at this point because this is the very important, very important aspect. Okay? This is a very important
Yes,
foundational
sir.
level. Abe, why do I have not null here? Abe, why do I have not null here?
I do
What did you
have.
say?
Hello.
Why
Sure.
do I have
Hello.
not null here?
So that you will make it mandatory.
Good. Now, for the cost price, the user ID, the data type I'm going to use is what? Numeric. Okay? No, not this. Numeric. Right? Now, numeric, because it's money that we're talking about, I can have 10,2. Let me explain it. What this means is that before the decimal place, I can have 10 numbers. I can have something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Then after the decimal place, I will have 2. Does it make sense? Abe, does it make sense? If it doesn't make sense, just say it quickly so that we can move on. Does it make sense?
I don't understand.
If you don't understand, you ask question. That's how you do it. Okay,
sir. Can I ask a question, please, sir?
Please ask.
Okay. Now, when we are doing cost price, we put numeric, which numeric is a number. Under quantity, we are using integer, which is also a number. I want to ask, can we use integer on cost price since it's also a number?
Okay, that's a good question. This one is a number. This one is not a number. Numeric meaning is number, yes, but this one is not number. This one is when you're talking about money, amount, cost price. So when you're talking about amount, we use numeric, and it has 10,2. The reason why it has 10,2 is like you have, like I said, you can have 30,000 naira, 30,000. Let's say 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to 10, right?
Yes,
can be up
I
to
understand.
10. Then after the comma sign, that is the dot.
Yes. So you put the decimal.
Yes, after decimal, which is the 2. 10,2, it means that 10 can enter here, and 2 after the decimal place.
So even if the remainder is 5, it will just pick the first one, just put it.
If the remainder is what, 5? Like 5
it will just pick the first 2. Yes.
If you have something like this, let's say you have something like this, right? What will happen is, system will now do what you call round up. It will come to this one, 1, 2. Then this one is higher than 5. So automatically everything here will be gone, and this one becomes 35.
5 approximate.
Yes.
Yes, I'm clear.
Okay, good. Abe, do you understand what we said?
I will get this part when I watch the video.
Ask question. Because when you get this your remote job now and be enjoying, you will not remember that you were afraid of asking question.
Still trying to understand the 10,2.
Okay. Let's talk about 10,000 naira. If I ask you to give me, if I ask you to give me 50 naira, 20 kobo, what would you call it? 50 naira, 20 kobo. Is that not how it is?
Yes.
Now, in this case, if you are customizing your stuff to be like this, it means that here you have 2,2. Because the total numbers here will be 2. After the comma is the decimal place is 2.
Okay.
If I say you should give me 550 naira, no, 550 kobo, right? What you're going to give me is this.
3 comma.
And this is 50. And if you want to do that as a yardstick for your stuff, you have 3,2.
Yes, okay.
Which is 3 here, comma 2.
Yeah, I got it now.
You get what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
Okay, hello? Then again, if you want to now, so when we now say 10, it means that we are saying the system can take up to 10 numbers from that side, comma 2. That is 2 in 2 decimal places after this 10. I don't know if I get it. Do you get it right? Do you get it? Abby, do you get it?
Yes.
Explain to me what you got. Explain to me what you got, Abby.
Oh, God. Okay, let me use the 15.
I'm in a meeting.
See, I'm still struggling with this cost pricing, but I will get it. I'm trying to understand it. I'll read.
I'm in
I'll
my
go back
office.
to
I'll
my
call you back.
notes.
I'm in a meeting. What did you
Okay.
say, Abby?
Yeah, I'm actually. I don't want to take the class back. See, I'm still trying to understand this, the cost price, this numeric. I'm still trying to understand it. But when I go through the notes, hopefully I will understand. But I don't want to take the class back. I want us to just move.
When we did, the fact that you're not getting it is taking us back. We're not going to leave you behind. That's one thing you should know. So look at it. When we do this, if I want this number, I don't want this amount. If I want my cost price not to be above this amount, what will I put? I'll put 3,2 because I will have 1, 2, 3 in front. After the comma is decimal, I have 1, 2. So it means that I can have up to 900 point, maybe 99, maybe, right?
Okay.
But once I move, okay, I can have 999 actually, 999 because it's 3, right? But once I have 4 numbers, this will not work for me because it's expecting only 3 and I have 4 here. Do you get?
Yes, yes.
System is expecting 3 up here, but what we have in that system is 4. Okay?
Yes.
So if I have something like this now, 5, this is 5.
It's
Abi?
might be
1, 2, 3,
5,2,
4.
right?
Eh?
It will be 5,2, right?
Yes, it should be 5,2. If I want this thing to
Okay.
work with this value, it has to be 5,2.
2.
And if I
Okay.
want this one to work, it will be what? 6,2. And if I want this one to work, let me add extra 4 to it. 1, 2, 3, 4. That means system can hold 9 in 10 places, up to 9999999 in 10 places, right? When it goes past 10, like if it goes into billions now, if it goes into billions, it becomes, let's say 10,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. What does it become? This is 9, 10, 11. This will fail. If I put 10,2, it will fail because you're expecting only 10, this thing. This is 11, right? Am I right? This is 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Yeah? Abby,
Yeah, I'm here.
do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not convinced, but let me continue. So basically, we have 10,2 here. And because it's money, we're talking about, that's why we're using this numeric. So I'm going to copy it and reuse it for selling price because we're still talking about money, right? I'm also going to reuse it for this one, profit per margin, because we're still talking about money. I'm also going to reuse it for this one because we're talking about what? Money. Discount. Right? Now, for the date, the data type for date is what? Date. Data type for date is what? Date. Okay? If you want it to have just date, or you want it to have date time and the time that it was inserted, date and time, you have date time. But if you want it to just have just the date, you have the date, right? Now remember that each of the lines has to be enclosed with a comma. Here, like comma, 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 and comma. The last one will not have comma. Okay? Are we together? Are we together, guys?
Yes, sir.
After doing this, you can
Yes, sir.
highlight this particular part. Abby, if you're looking at me, you can highlight this and execute it. When you execute it, you will see a notification that says create table.
Yes, I want to ask a question. The last one, why does it not have a comma?
Because after the comma, system is expecting another line. But because we don't have another line, if you put comma here and run it, system will ask you that you have not finished, remaining one, remaining a line, right? But at this point, we have told the system that we are done with any other column, that this is the last column. When you put comma, system expects another column. But because this is the last column, system now says that, okay, we are done with our columns, right? And after I run it, this place, system created this table and returned successfully, right? Now, the table has been created. If we refresh, let's refresh our stuff, refresh this guy. Inside our, remember that we go to database, we go to our database, which is Abe Food, right? Inside database, we go to schema, remember? Now, inside the schema, which schema did we create it in, Abby?
Invent,
this one, right? If you open this invent and go to tables, you can see tables, right?
Tables.
yes.
Go to tables and open it. You can see that we have a table called inventory.
Inventory.
Column.
If you want to see the columns inside this table, you go to columns and open it. You see the columns that we have just created. Right?
Okay.
And if you want to run this query, let me open another one inside that same place. Open another query tool. You remember that query tool is just where you write your query. Am I right?
Yes.
And I opened it inside the same Abe Foods because that's the database I'm working on, right? So if I want to fetch all the records from that database, Abe Foods, I'll do select all from, what's the table name? It's in, what's that? Abe
Inventory.
underscore invent
Dot event.
dot
Underscore event.
inventory, right?
Yes.
Are we right? Then if I do
Yes,
select
sir.
all and I execute it, I should have my table looking at me. Can you see your table now?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Everybody, does it make sense? We have only 8 minutes to end this class. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir. It makes sense.
Yes,
It does.
it makes sense.
Good. Now, one thing I want to do before I end this class, is I want to insert record into it. Let's see how it works. What you say, God?
Sorry.
Hey, God means that you are not following. Are you following?
No, following, I thought we're about starting another thing again, like, oh God. Tired.
Yes, I just want to, we're not starting anything. I just want to show you guys how data is entered into it. And we'll end the class. We'll just have 7 minutes. We're not going to exceed 7 minutes in this class. Okay, now maybe I'll just do this and I'll share the video. You guys can watch it. And if there are questions about inserting, so we've created a table now. We just want to insert record into this table. And this is what I'm going to do. So I'll write an insert query, which is what? Insert into our table, which is what? Abe underscore invent dot inventory, right? Then I open brackets here. When I open bracket, I'm going to name, look at this thing now, right? This is our table under here, right? These are our columns, am I right? Am I right?
Yeah.
So I will name the columns that I want to impact. And the columns goes, remember that this first one, you can see that it's integer still, right? It's integer still, but it's serial because system will just do it by itself. So I'm not going to enter it. So I'll start from product name, product underscore name, comma, quantity, comma, cost price, cost underscore price, it's not case sensitive, okay? It can be any case. Cost price. The other one is what? Selling price, selling underscore price. The other one is what? Profit underscore per underscore unit. And we have discount, and we have restock underscore dates. We have 5 minutes to go, so I'm going to have to hurry up. Now that we have restock underscore dates, date is like this, yeah? We have completed the columns where we want them to impact. Now the next thing you do is you now type values. After values, you open another bracket to put the values. The first one is the columns. Then what values do you want to enter inside these columns? The first one is, I'm going to just copy it and paste it here. I already had it done before. I had it done before the class. Okay, you can see that I've entered, the first one is what? Voucher. I've entered my voucher, right? And I say rice, 50 kg bag. And the second one is what? The quantity is 100 bags. The cost per bag of rice, cost per bag of rice is not 180. How much is cost per rice now? How much is rice? Okay, let's say we're buying at 50,000, right?
90K.
And we are selling at 90,000. Let's say we're buying at 50 and I'm selling at 90,000. Now, one thing I want to do, which I want to, I don't know if I do this, if it would confuse you guys. That will confuse you guys. Let's manually do it. So let's enter the difference. But when we get very comfortable, there's a system where we can use this minus this automatically to derive this answer. Okay? But that will be later in a later class. So I have 4,000. 40,000 is the difference, right? So the profit we're going to make here is what? 40,000. Is that correct? These guys help me out. Is it correct?
Yes, sir.
And we're giving this discount. And the restock date is what? First off, let me make it 14th. Now, having done this, I can as well decide to do what? Execute it. Remember what I did? I highlighted it and I came here, execute. You can see insert successful, right? Then if I come back and run down my first query, which is select all from Abe, what do I have? I have my query. I have the records. You can see the system has entered this thing again for me now, the one, right? Right? Now let me even try and enter the same value again. You see the system will have, here will have the same value, but this one will be different. The first one will be different. If I run this in again, and then I've executed it, it ran successfully. If I run the query again, you can see I have two records now of the same nomenclature, the same properties, but the ID is different. If I run it again, same thing will happen. Right?
Yes, sir.
You can see there are three of them now. In fact, if I just copy my entire, let me put this here. I know that we are all tired already. Even me, I'm tired too. And I run it, you see, I run and I put 7 records inside, right? If I come and check that table now, I'll have all those records in that table. Can you see, guys?
Yes.
At this point, I think it's best if we will call it a day, right? But any questions before we go? Questions? Quick questions. We have 2 minutes. Quick question. I'm going to copy and paste this thing on the chat group. Okay? For those of you who are interested in looking at it again. Is that okay?
I can also bring the recording, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you have the recording too, but you can have this one and paste it in your own what's that thing called? Your own product like this. And also test it, change the names and all that and test it. That would help you. I've inserted all the stuff that we have done. Okay, happy foods. I'm just gonna save this. So guys, thank you so much for joining today's class. Thank you guys for joining today's class. Appreciate you guys. Happy, hope to see you guys in the next class. But before then, we'll have series of
Can
assignments.
this be posted on the WhatsApp group? I think we might lose it here after this class.
Okay, I'll paste it for you guys on the WhatsApp group. Yes.
Thank you.
I'll do that on the WhatsApp group. And please, I would like you to, if you're on that group, oops. Guys, it's fine. Let's call it a day, okay? I was gonna say if you're in class, but I'm gonna type it there. So if you're in class today, please signify by saying something. You can do like present or was in class. I was in class, right?
On the WhatsApp group, right?
On the WhatsApp group, because I'm gonna take out some people. So on the WhatsApp group, if you are in class today, just signify to say I am in class or I was in class, right? Because we can't have that number of people in the group and a few of us are coming to class. And even if they want to join, they will take us back. So signify by saying I was in class, so that when we're removing, we'll not remove you. And before we remove them, we will send a group link for them to click and join a different cohort, right?
Okay.
Like your friend Amina might have to join a different cohort if she's very busy. But if she can catch up, fine and good. If she can't catch up, she will join a different cohort. So guys, do well to stay. You're in class and so that you'll not be removed. But for those that are not in class, it's not the end of the world for them. They can also
people that joined and their battery now died or something?
Yeah, those guys can still stay because the video, they will understand the video.
Okay.
Yeah, they will understand the video. So we can do that, right?
Thank you very much for today.
I hope you guys did not miss anything out. You guys understood everything, right?
Yes, sir.
I will share the assignment with you guys in the group as well.
Okay, so thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
All right, guys. You guys have a blessed week ahead and take care of yourselves.
Thank you, and you too. Bye, everyone.
Bye.